All right, welcome back into another episode of Nightmare.Explorers the Other Side. Tonight we welcome in Destiny King. Finally, how are you
I
doing
know.
tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a little more stressful than I cared to, but we're good now. We're good.
That's good. All right, so do you want to give a little bit of your backstory so Courtney can get caught up on everything that's been going on with you?
Like like how it kind of all started,
Yeah, so just kind of like, you don't have to get in the whole thing, but just kind of a little bit so she knows.
like a summary. Okay.
Yeah.
So I initially did practice when I was younger because my mom was practicing, but that changed. But when I got older, I kind of reconnected with an old friend of mine, and um, we like hit it off. We went on a date, and things were like good. And we were planning on our second date. Mind you, we've known each other for like 10 years. And then he died like 2 weeks later. So after that, I kind of like fell down this hole, met a psychic and like linked up with a really good friend of mine. She's already into the psychic witchy woo, and it kind of snowballed from there, but in like a beautiful way though. Like it's tragic in one essence, but it's like spiritual beauty, art, magic, and a whole nother. It's hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's a wild ride. I'm not gonna lie. So, I mean, buckle up is mainly kind of where we're going with that. That's pretty much like it, like in a nutshell. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, because like the whole I can't remember where you left off when you were giving me the voice notes from way back when, but it was like a good hour worth of stories. I don't know if you remember where you left off.
Not even. And I really don't know where I left off at because I've got so many stories and they all connect to each other. Like it's a whole like universe in itself. Like it has the origin, but like it's because of this happened and that like it's the way it all connects is crazy. And I don't remember where I left
Because
off at.
I kind of remember vaguely we had talked about something about like, was it October 19th or October 20th, somewhere in there. I think that's kind of where it left off.
Um, was that like in the story or like with the date that I sent it?
The no, this in the story.
Was that my birthday's October 28th. So I'm trying to think. Um,
Let me see if
and
I can.
I really am not sure. Dang. Oh my goodness.
Let me see if I
My
can find
memory,
it quick here.
yeah, my memory is so bad. Um, hmm, like digging in my brain. I'm like, where were we?
let me see.
Because I was
Stuck
so
down.
bad.
Anyways, so whoa, wait, I get it. Whoa, whoa. Oh, my cat. Anyways,
It's gonna make me listen to the. Wait, hold on.
so yeah, because he thinks about it every. Still having holding space that she's alive. Unfortunately, to be the bearer, I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but I do want to bring justice for her and peace for her family and stuff like that. Because I do.
Do you remember? Well, that's where you left off.
Yeah, we're talking about Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cold case I'm working on. Um, like it took me a second. I was like, that's my voice. Oh yeah. Um, so Kayla, like she she was coming through on my spirit box, and which I do regularly, and it's probably not the best, like the healthiest thing, but to me, I'm all right with it. I talk to my spirits in spirit box more than I have like friends, and I got this name like over and over and over again on my spirit box, Kayla May, same voice, and it's a male voice. I'll get to that in a second. It's a male voice, same cadence, same tone, same entry every single time, and it was like dominating my sessions. I was like, who's Kayla? Kayla May. I don't know who that is. I unfortunately, like, if you have a pattern of things in your life, Kayla's were never really like somebody I would get along with. And it's not me. Like, they always hated me. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, I don't really know anyone, but my neighbor, she's got a daughter. Her name's Kayla. So I asked what her middle name was. It's not the same. So I was like, or whatever. So I get up one morning earlier than I'm used to because I'm a night owl. And first uh was it the first video? I want to say it was literally the very first video on TikTok. First or second, but I want to say it was the first. And it was this cold case from 2009 in Wisconsin. I'm in Louisiana. The furthest north I've ever been was North Carolina, and when I was 18. So that was it. And that was for like 3 weeks. So this cold case took place back in 2009, and I hopped off of TikTok because I was invested. I run to Google, and I'm just like, it didn't click yet. It didn't click. Her name's Kayla Berg. Um, it didn't click yet. And all of a sudden I hear like this little voice in my head that says, why don't you go look at her middle name? And I go look and it says Kayla May Berg. And I'm like, no way. Panicking. I'm like, in a good way. I'm like, okay, we figured it out. I run and tell my neighbor because I told her about the Kayla May thing. So she's like, holy crap. Like, I'm getting goosebumps, like, just talking about it. She's here. She's been popping up in my sessions again. Like, she still does. But I was just like freaking out, right? So once I made the connection, I get on my spirit box and like, I don't know, like, I guess I have to say allegedly for certain things because I don't want to like get in trouble for
Yeah.
like accusing anybody of anything. So allegedly, but like not saying that this person did it. This is just quoting my spirit box, I guess is probably the best way to put it. Started flooding with words that were directly connected to her case. She mentioned the man she was last seen with, his name came through. The very last man to see her alive came through, Kevin. And then she said, schmurder victim. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word. And then what a few others, she would say stuff, just other words. And then the words Madison and Weston came through. And I'm like, that's cute. Those are cute names. There's that voice again. Those aren't names, honey. Those are cities. And I look them up. They're 2 hours away from her hometown. How would I know that? Like, I don't even know all the cities in Louisiana. I hear new cities all the time. I'm like, really? That's down here? We got one of those? Like, it's not, because I'm from Baton Rouge, and I've lived in New Orleans and, and where I'm at now. Like, I don't even know the cities around where I'm at now. So we've been uncovering more, and recently we got some more stuff too. I record all my sessions. I'm hoping to like help break the case because some more like crucial facts. Well, not I'm saying facts like but some. Let me reword that. Crucial information has come through on the spirit box that's like leading to like closer and closer to solving it. I think because there's no body. They never found her body. She was 15 when she went missing. And it breaks my heart. And you know what was wild to me? My friend's neighbor's little girl, Kayla, she's 15. And here's the weird part. A lot of the stuff started like popping up like heavy around the anniversary of when she went missing. Chills. I don't know if y'all can see them. Chills. It's like confirmation. And then I had another big hit download when it was closer for his anniversary of a court date that he was supposed to get in trouble with for like having a minor in his vehicle over state lines smoking some marijuana. Like he was supposed to get in trouble for that and it got thrown out. So I mean everything in divine timing is so crazy when spirit's like making things work in ways. But I've messaged her mom. I haven't gotten a response yet. I'm pretty sure my message is in the spam folder. But like I'm very passionate about helping her with this, so like I have a soft spot for spirit, so I don't know, like I really, really do hope to be able to bring her justice, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can get somewhere with it. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought it would.
And what town did you say that was in Wisconsin? Because Courtney's a Wisconsin girl.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
What town was she from again in Wisconsin?
I'm probably gonna like nobody come for me, but Antigo, I want to say it's Antigo, Wisconsin, is where she's from.
I think it's probably actually Antigua. That sounds familiar to me.
Antigo,
Is
maybe,
it by
yeah,
Green Bay somewhere, like in that area, maybe?
yeah, like because I know that she's from there, she's from Antigo, but I still don't know what Madison and Weston have to do with anything. They aren't listed in the case. Um. But there's a reason she brought them up. Actually, the names popped up again the other night. Me and my boyfriend, we do Estes a lot. So he goes under and we're gonna try to channel it because there was a another case, but it was like unfolding in real time for a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine in Ohio. Her daughter had went missing and she was like active 24 hours like in that time frame of missing. So me and him hop under Estes. I'm channeling, I'm pulling tarot, and we're hitting a lot of places. And then I got the spell that just hit me out of nowhere that I the first spell I ever memorized. And me and my friend, we said it together, and we had confirmation chills and stuff. And her daughter was found the next day. Unfortunately, she had already passed. Um,
Mm.
it was the dad that kidnapped her, and I'm not going to go into the graphic details of what happened to her. Just know that this man deserves all the karma in the next life, or like when he crosses, he deserves to get what he
Hmm.
gets. So like, but her mom was on the phone and getting Snapchats in like real time of what we were getting, and she was like, "You don't know how many things y'all hit on the head." And we were hitting certain parts of the city, stuff like that. And mind you, this is in Ohio.
Hmm.
I don't know anything about Ohio. My stepdad's from Ohio, but that's about it. Like I don't know anything else. I'm just a plain Southern girl. Like I don't. So it was very interesting so now I think I'm kind of like invested in doing like cases. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff like this
Hmm.
is just
Yeah.
I want to help.
Do you feel like there's any possibility that maybe you picked up on her because maybe she was brought to somewhere near you? That was like my first thought for some reason.
Who, Kayla?
Yeah, like she was abducted and brought into Louisiana.
That would be a very interesting theory. I don't
I
think
just like thought of that. I was like, oh,
that's
that would
so
be
smart. That
weird.
would be
Yeah.
crazy. That would be crazy. It's not in Louisiana, but there is a city that's in a different state. I'm actually glad you said that because they keep bringing up Pocomo.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? What is it, Pocomo? Like, man, where's Pocomo at? Something like that. I gotta look it up, but it's like not even close. And I'm like, what does that have to do with it? Is it related? I don't
Yeah,
know. I do
weird.
know she moved to Kayla did live in Texas for like a very small amount of time before her dad got cancer
Oh.
and they had to go back up there. And that was unfortunately the move that when she was back, she wasn't
Hmm.
even home like 2 weeks and she was gone, so like she was in Texas, so she was close, but my whole thing is like one, I'm honored because it's like out of all the psychics in the world, you really could have picked anybody. And you picked
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like nobody knows me virtually, not like the Bolesky or that New Jersey psychic or whatever or anybody else. Like,
Hmm.
so I feel like I don't know. It feels like I'm like thank you for the compliment. You know what I'm saying? So you trust me. That's nice. So I just hope I can do right by her and her family. I don't know how her mom feels about any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's good. It's it's in the right direction, because unfortunately her dad did pass away
Mm.
from the cancer, but I don't think her mom believes in all this stuff because you know I know that when he did pass, she greeted him on the other side. So he knows what happened. He's with her. So, and she did confirm that on Spirit Box. So it's very fascinating. I really do hope to get in touch with her at some point because according to the spirit's description is that eventually it's gonna it's gonna kick off, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things are gonna unfold and it's gonna get crazy. And the prediction, and it makes me nervous a little bit, but is like news is gonna be involved and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for all that. Like, but I mean, as long as I help the family, I think that's really all that matters.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see like, how this unfolds and like, kind of keeping me in the loop on this to see like, if anything ever does come about it in the end.
Oh, I
Mhm.
definitely plan on keeping you in the loop. Like, definitely. So, because I like you're interested in it and you care about it, so of course I'm gonna keep you like in the loop. Duh, we talk enough. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
forget you.
So shifting gears away from that, so like for when you use the spirit box in the Estes session, is that like primarily at home? Or are you out investigating around Louisiana?
So I do a lot of it at home only because I don't have a vehicle at the moment and the truck just got repossessed. But before, yeah, we would go on spooky dates all the time. So wherever we were living, and at the time we were in New Orleans. So we had all the good pickings of like the good cemeteries and whatnot. But if we would go back to his hometown near Alexandria or Pineville area, we would go to those cemeteries. And I think I don't know if we ever went to the ones in Texas. I think we were supposed to, but something happened. But yeah, anytime we could go do spooky stuff, like we're going to do spooky stuff for not this past birthday, but in 2004, that birthday. Um, I wanted to go investigate with Bloody Mary
Mhm.
at Zach and Addie's apartment. I don't know if have y'all heard about that? What
No.
with the Katrina couple? Oh my gosh. That's intense. It was
Oh,
like
yes, I have heard of that. Are you talking about the upper level of like that little like apartment house kind of?
on Rampart Street.
I
Hmm.
100%. I saw a documentary about that. It is messed up.
It's crazy. Like something took him over because
Yeah.
I watched Bailey Sarian. I watched her like little thing on. I've seen a lot of things about the case, and
Hmm.
like
Well, I think the details are what makes it disturbing.
it's very. Do you know that
Gives me Ed Gein vibes, man.
the appliances in the apartment are the same
Really? Oh,
appliance?
that's disturbing. I suppose they have
Yeah,
some
the
energy then.
manager was like, the manager's like, they still work, don't they?
Oh my God.
Sir, are you
Yeah,
kidding me right
that's
now?
that's
You know that there was her was in the oven, right?
oh
Like,
my
come
God,
on.
right? Oh, it's messed up.
Like,
Mm-mm.
it was, oh my gosh. Well, what was crazy, and I didn't get video of it, but like, this was my first time using like really good investigative gear. So, like, the REM pods and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah.
cool, let's do this. Like, I've been wanting to use these things. And she put it
Hmm.
on like the water heater. It went off immediately. I'm like, they're here. They're here. Holy crap. So I was like, it never gets old for me. Like I've been doing spirit
Yeah.
work and had so many experience, but it never gets old.
Mm-mm.
Never. And I
Mm-mm.
love that. So we're gonna try. I really would like to eventually get like the extra money to somehow get Zach like a custom pair of army boots because of his story with them never having them, and because I don't think he was a bad person. I just think something happened.
Yeah, I feel that way
And
too.
my boyfriend was in the army. He was in the army. I even think that they served not at the same time, but the same company. You know what I'm saying? Like they served in the same company.
Yeah.
So I think that was a connection there when we
Interesting.
were investigating. It was cool.
Yeah,
Needless to say, recommend
small.
it if you're ever in New Orleans.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that when I went to New Orleans in 2021.
There's so much to do. We used to investigate one of the rundown hospitals. If I heard the name of the hospital, I would tell you which one it is. They're remodeling it. It's not the like really tall ones, but it's the other charity hospital. Just it's really big.
Yeah.
and we used to investigate there, but you can't anymore because they're reventing or they're fixing it, and I'm like really bummed about it because that was such a creepy place to
Yeah.
investigate. But I think the scariest part was seeing like a real person pop out, and I'm like, whoa, do not be
Yeah,
there,
that'd be
bud.
crazy.
Because like I said he was right there. I'm like, I'm not listening to you, dude. I'm trying to listen for spirits. Like I'm not
Right.
so
Right.
worried about live people. I should have been the whole time because of the homeless population, but I just was like spooky time, so let's
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
into that. But he freaked me out, but it was fun. We heard and caught some stuff in there, and I'm like, this is wild. This is cool. So I love it.
Hmm.
I live for the spook.
Right.
So what other kind of like, crazy paranormal stories do you have from Louisiana? Because I'm not familiar with much of anything from down there, so this is all new to me.
I wish I could remember where I saw that it like I don't think it was on YouTube. I think it was like some kind of official documentary somewhere, maybe on Travel Channel I don't even know, but it was about that case. So,
Oh, it's New Orleans. It's
yeah.
probably always going to be New Orleans. If it's not New
Yeah.
Orleans, it'll probably be St. Francisville, which I've been to the Myrtles. It's haunted. I didn't experience anything that night. Unfortunately, so I would love to go back. It's a beautiful place.
I would love
I felt
to.
them there, but I was so new in my journey that I wasn't fully like honed in. And it was more of a, that was my cat, sorry. Hey, chill out. It was more of a date night, so yeah. But like New Orleans, there's a plethora of stuff, but aside from I think it's Louisiana in general. Like you can't go anywhere in Louisiana without like once you come over, have y'all have never been to Louisiana, correct?
I have
Well,
not.
I've been in New Orleans. I was there for 7 days in 2021.
What? Oh, you enjoyed it obviously, right?
Yeah, I wish I would have got to go further out, but we didn't get a car when we went there, so
Oh, oh
we did
well,
get to go some of the
hopefully.
plantations on the bus tour, but we didn't get much further than that,
I
so.
actually live about around a bunch of plantations, and I'm like, man, I need to learn how to ride a bike, like so I can go visit. But like honestly, aside from like, I know you can feel the energy when you come down here, but aside
Hmm.
from like just going investigating, like I'll have stuff just happen to me wherever I'm at. Like
Yeah.
a lot of it is a lot of the main stuff that's happened. I'm trying to think of how to talk about one story without calling the energy in. So we
Hmm.
can save that little morsel for later. But I'll have to see how to like phrase it in a way. But for the most part, the boyfriend that passed away, his name's AJ. He's probably provided some of the most amazing supernatural experiences that I've ever encountered or experienced. And it's like I don't know, like it's so cool, and it's some of them are like sad moments, but when I step back and look at them, I'm like, that was so cool, like it was
Hmm.
fascinating. Like I have a video on TikTok, and it was never meant to be posted to TikTok. It was not made to be a TikTok video, but I was sending Snapchats to a friend of mine because of the psychic that I saw that confirmed like a lot of things, and I can talk about that too,
Hmm.
because that was probably where it started, and like I'm in my mirror and I'm living alone at the time and it's 2020, so he had died January 8th, 2020. And so his anniversary date's coming up of his passing. And our anniversary of our first date just passed. So
Hmm.
everything's a little emotional on and off, but I'm like in the video, I'm like talking I was sending her clips of the recording of the psychic session, and I interjected with a story time of another relevant, like weird, supernaturally weird situation that was like intertwined in the story. And like I'm holding the snap button. And mind you, it's the phone I'm using now is the same phone. So this phone's old. I have not upgraded
Hmm.
since 2020. And at the time it was a brand new phone. There was no music on it. Like all I really had downloaded was like Facebook, Snapchat, Snapchat, the essentials. I hadn't even been on YouTube yet. I haven't been,
Yeah.
no music. So I'm prefacing that because it's important. But all of a sudden, in mid sentence, my phone activates and the song that I have for him, that's his song, our song that I had for him when after he died, is The Night We Met by Lord Huron.
Mm.
And it just, man, that song hits me, and it's very specific because you used to hear it, but now you don't. So when it comes on in random situations, he's here, he's
Yeah.
there. And it plays through my phone so loud, and you're catching my reaction in real time. And of course I'm crying because I'm also drunk in the video, and or maybe buzzed, but either way, I'm not in like a sober state of mind, but I'm like coherent.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, oh my God, he's here, but I'm like crying because I miss him. And it was like so sad and so beautiful. But when I tell you the energy in that moment was so intense. He was there. Like I could feel him right behind me. And
Mhm.
it was like, oh, I would give anything to relive that moment again, because or have another experience that was just as intense as that one. But
Yeah.
he's actually provided many different um like interactions that were just like whoa, and most of them I do have witnesses, like people that were with me. One of them's more of a like a friend who shows up more in the stories, and I'm just like, so she can vouch, for all my stuff. But
Yeah.
man, it's just so beautiful. Like it's tragic, how we like weren't able to, like, we've been friends this whole time, and then as soon as we get together, the universe is like,
Hmm.
plus, and I'm like, this is not fair. Like, I'm not happy about this. But it literally like slingshot me like into who I am today. Like, I don't know if I'd be who I am today if it wasn't because of his death. So it's
Hmm.
like a double-edged sword, kind
Hmm.
of. And honestly, and it's so bittersweet to say this, I don't want him to be dead, never. But I wouldn't want to have anybody else to guide me on the other side the way he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that weird to say? Like, that's
No,
really
not at
probably like
all.
Mm-mm.
morbid. But he's so, knowing him, who he was as a person, he was this like goofy, like he really goofy person, and he's no different on the other side. So he'll like pop in and warn me about certain like exes or stuff like that. But there was, hmm I want to get into the psychic thing at some point, but there was this another scenario where I had my friend Victoria, and we're in my apartment. This is a small 400 square foot one bedroom apartment. At the time, I had my two main cat. Well, not them, but I had two cats. They're over there sleeping, and no kids. I don't have any kids. So we're in my apartment, and it's pretty chill. And I'm standing in my kitchen, and my friend's like sitting against the wall, charging a phone by my bay window, and I get ringing a lot in my ears. And that's how I know when spirit's talking to me. It's not tinnitus. It's not that. Um, and I can kind of tell with tone and pitch who it could be. If it's familiar, I might could pinpoint who it is. Um, but this one pitch started coming through, and it was like, the best way I can describe it is like if you're looking at like an EKG monitor, it's like
Hmm.
right? The pitch would be like a normal frequency, right? Like just like up and down. And then it would go like up high. And then it would drop back down. And then it would go up high. And then it would drop back down. I'm like, this is weird. And I'm just like telling Victoria like what's happening as I'm hearing. I'm like, dude, it's up, it's like high pitch. Like I've never heard a pitch this high before. Like ever.
Mm.
And then it drops and then it's just fluctuating at, like, if this was somebody's heart, I think we should be concerned. Like it's the
Yeah.
way it's up and down. And then out of literally thin air, his voice broke through the veil. And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. And I just look over at Victoria and she's crying And I'm like, what'd you hear? And she's like, I heard his voice. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, so it was such an amazing experience. And like, I'm
Mhm.
goosebumps. So I know he's here. But it was so like I'm telling you, I've got handfuls of these stories like just with him, and it was
Yeah.
such a crazy experience. And
Hmm.
I want to just keep reliving these until I don't care until I'm 80 and
Yeah.
until the day I die. I want to continue to have these supernatural experiences. It's never going to get old for me. Even
Hmm.
though I don't want him to see me get old and he gets to be young, that's
Yeah.
not fair, you know.
Yeah.
Forever 34, but like I don't know. And I just turned 36, so it's kind of like really weird. And I'm like, now I'm older than he was when he died. So I'm like, this is crazy. Hi, how are
Hmm.
you? She does this every time I'm on a podcast.
Hmm.
She's like, pay attention to me.
My dog
Right.
too. I have to put him in the other room with music or they're gonna start invading.
I know I need to get a bigger place. I'm in a camper, so I don't have any privacy.
Yeah.
And if I put him in like little cages or like
Yeah.
gates, they're gonna be like, "Meh." So I'm like, all
Right.
right, I
Both of
guess you
us
can
love
roam.
animals, so it's okay.
I love my baby. But yeah, like I don't know, like experiencing stuff with him is just crazy. But what I do want to say for anybody that does listen to this, whoever, if I don't want anyone to experience this kind of pain, but I feel really, really pushed to mention this was very random. So I guess there could be somebody that may hear this at some point that may unfortunately, and I'm sorry for the loss, go through this experience. And then when you come to a point where you're moving on, make sure you find somebody that is okay with this part of it. Because you know how weird it is for the spouse, the new spouse, to
Hmm.
feel like they're always in the relationship with you and a ghost.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so make sure that that person doesn't suppress and they kind of let you do things healthily. But if they start shutting like that spirit out and you're trying to keep the connection, get rid of that person. So I don't know why I felt really pulled to like throw that out there. I had no intention of saying that at all, but like that wasn't even on my mind. It just
Hmm.
so spirit was like, hello, you need to talk about that. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
just for a side note, anybody who does like there's your note. Don't be with a person that can't be okay with your spiritual, like doing stuff like I do with
Yeah.
AJ. So, because I have a boyfriend right now, like we've been together for 4 years. Like I talk about AJ and do stuff with AJ all the time. So I imagine somebody would get jealous, right? But he's pretty good about it. So we talk about it whenever things get weird, but and that's pretty good. It's healthy for the most
Yeah.
part. So I appreciate
Hmm.
him for that for sure.
I remember now where I saw that. Paranormal Lockdown went there on the 10-year anniversary
Where
of
was it?
the apartment in New
Oh,
Orleans that we were
yeah.
just talking about.
Oh, it
It
was
was
it
on,
was the apartment.
it was on Paranormal Lockdown. They did a 72-hour investigation there on the 10-year anniversary. I remember now.
That's crazy. The
Yeah,
like
it was wild.
I'm telling you, it's a good place to
Mhm.
investigate. Like
Is it a Airbnb or what? I thought it was like an apartment still, but
so there's so Bloody Mary, she's the current like
oh, okay. Yep, I'm familiar
big
with her
dog.
too.
So yeah, you just go to you call her up or go to into her shop
Okay.
and like
Hmm.
you book it with her because I'm pretty sure that's like her connection and whatnot.
Interesting.
And she'll take you through the tour. And I think there's different options to do like seances and
Interesting. Okay.
um I don't know. She has lots of options to do that
Yeah.
with, and I just got what I could afford. But I
Neat.
highly recommend it. And you also,
Yeah.
I think you get a good well. Ever since Annabelle came through, I don't know what's going on with it, but you also can get a tour through where Marie Laveau grew up,
Mm-hmm.
and Annabelle came through, and it burned down. And I'm like,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
no, I get the plantation, which is still sad,
Yeah,
but
that's
leave
crazy.
Marie Laveau out of it. Like, leave her out of it. What's she
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do? Like, well, it's probably a voodoo priestess that may have put her in the doll. I don't know, but she was like,
Yeah, who
it was
knows?
a beautiful house too, and I'm glad I got to see it before it got burnt down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm sure they fixed it, but it's just not, it's not the same. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I
It's
was
crazy.
upset. I cannot get my
I feel
hair.
that way. I had something like that happen to me too, actually. We were eating dinner at this place in Door County that's known to be haunted and like has like tunnels under it with like Al Capone and all this good history.
What?
A week
Oh, what
after
is that?
we ate lunch there, the whole place burned to the ground.
No.
Super weird, right? Like it was just bizarre. So I
Oh,
feel that.
I actually think what burned my house down was supernatural, by the way.
Yeah, it's
So,
weird
like
stuff.
the thing that I said that I had to word the mentioning of, like I think that was the cause of what burnt my house down. Because nothing was wrong with the house. Like it was a
Mhm.
trailer, but there was nothing wrong electrically. Technically, they couldn't even find what the cause
Yeah.
of the fire was. They found where it started. And where it started was weird too. It was by my bed.
Hmm.
And I was supposed to be home. It was a toss up of being home or not. I was 17, so I'm like, I
Yeah.
slept. And my friend was late coming to get me. She's like, "You want to stay home and sleep?" I'm like, "No, let's party. Like, let's go. I'm
Hmm.
17, like I've got energy." And cannot hold up like a 17-year-old anymore, that's for sure. But I left, and a couple hours later, like I get a phone call from my best friend. She's like, "So sit down. I've got some bad news." And
Yeah.
it started like it was like the plug-in, and then like my bed was like right there.
Hmm.
So yeah, that could have like took me out. And
Yeah.
that was a
You
couple
were
of
not
years
meant to
after.
be there.
No, I was not. It was like yes and no at the same time, like just missed me. And
Hmm.
that was all from playing like all that started with was playing a Ouija board. So I don't do
Hmm.
Ouija boards. So it's not for me. Other people, I respect it as a divination tool. And if
Hmm.
it works for others, more power to you.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
not for
I
me.
I feel that way too.
I feel like this energy that comes from it is the intent behind the creation of the board was not good intent, you know? So, and I do want to give like that, Miss Ma'am, I do want to give that kind of thing out, like coming to New Orleans and Louisiana, but mainly New Orleans since it's a tourist thing and where all the magic is like really like in there. Be careful with
Mhm.
who you mess with magically down here because it's not all good intent. Like you can come down here and it's so funny because I have another story that's leading into that, but um the way how it all unfolded was crazy, but like I had every intent to go to New Orleans to try to do awesome stuff to get in touch with AJ and they were like, "You're gonna get what you want, but you don't like what comes with it." And I'm like,
Mhm.
"Noted, not go to New Orleans." Moves to New Orleans a couple years later. Like what? But I didn't pursue what it was years after I'd gotten over, not over, but through what I was going through. So I wasn't like my intent was not the same, like I had an
Yeah.
intention. And they were like, "Oh, you're gonna get what you want." I'm sorry, my hair keeps falling down. Either like, you're gonna get what you want, you just don't like what comes with it. So, because there are people down here that they'll pull energy from anything just to
Hmm.
get, like, oh my God, I should have shaved. I'm so sorry. Oh, I feel bad. I didn't realize. Edit that out, I guess. But, um, like, they'll pull from anything, like absolute any energy, and you won't like what attachments might come with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, scary because
Yeah.
as a lot of the good down here, it's just as much evil. Like unknown too, I would say. Like there's when you step into New Orleans, you can feel it, right? Did you feel it when you came to New Orleans? Like you just
Yeah.
felt the energy?
We went on a tour, like an investigation tour with the New Orleans Paranormal Society, and I had he actually stopped me at the end and said something like that to me, so that like similar to what you just said. So it's kind of strange. Yeah, and the whole vibe there is just kind of, I don't know, it kind of felt like Gettysburg to a degree, is similar, probably just
Ooh,
because of the amount of bodies that are under the city and they're like,
there's that's a place I would actually like. I'm 50-50 on wanting to go because I'm
Mhm.
so empathic and can feel all that shit, like I'm like, do I want, but I kind of do because I'm like a history buff. Like
Hmm.
I'm like very big on
Hmm.
just history in general. Like I'm just like, man, just to be there, like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
wild. So I could imagine, but I think like does Gettysburg have like a lot of like witchy woo culture or anything like that, or is it just mainly like with the battles and stuff?
More historic, but there is like some, underground paranormal things that exist there. It's you just have to dig for it a little more than you would in New Orleans.
But yeah, yeah, like with because I
Yeah.
know that aside from like a lot of tragedies in New Orleans, like the magic is rampant. Like
Hmm.
I don't know, it's just like every time I go to the French Quarter, it's been a little bit, but anytime I step in there, I'm like I feel it, you know. And they say a lot
Yeah.
of times like don't go alone. Like if you don't know where you're going or who you're like, it's like just if you feel pulled, then go. Just I mean, be safe, be careful,
Hmm.
because it's not just magic. It's like the mundane psychos you got to worry about too. It's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
But I mean, aside from that, like if you just sit there and you just really feel it, like oh my God, it's like intense. And it's just, I don't know. I love it. Like, I personally love it. I can feel both the good and the bad of it, but I'm always like, I respect both sides. So, but it's just when I feel it, I'm like almost kind of absorb it a little bit. I'm like, feed me, like, give me the energy. Like, I love it. It's such a beautiful
Hmm.
place. Like, it's such a weird, like a labyrinth or something. It's just so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
But I can go into so many stories. If y'all have like any other stuff y'all want me to talk or like get into, like I've got so much,
So you
honestly.
had mentioned a little bit ago something about a psychic.
Mhm.
What was that about?
So I have it recorded. I have had a few sessions with her actually. When AJ died, I was actively seeking out a psychic because I had always believed in it, obviously, you know, like because I tried practicing when I was younger. And then my mom shifted things religiously, so that was out the door. And I'm an adult now, so I can do what I want. And I have discernment and I just do it my thing. Anyway, so AJ dies. And when AJ died, I started experiencing a lot of things that in the 90s would put you in the grippy socks if you talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just I couldn't like on top of the grief, I couldn't understand everything, even though it's like I believe in all this stuff, but I guess it's like when it happens to you, it's just different, you
Yeah.
know?
It's different. You deny it to the end, even though
Yeah,
you
and it's
believe
but
it. Yeah.
seeing is believing. So it's like you can
Hmm.
believe in it all day long, but when you experience it, oh, that's a whole ball game. That's a whole different ball game. And like so like okay, for instance, I after he died, I was craving things. It was weird. It wasn't food. I didn't want to eat actually. The sun pissed me off. I didn't want to be in the sun. I wanted to be in a dark room with specifically white candles and only one lavender candle. That was very very specific.
Hmm.
And I just wanted to just be alone and sit in this room and listen to certain music. And I just was like I had to be in a certain atmosphere. It was oddly, I like, I had to do this. It was so weird. I was like, is this grief? This is weird. Like,
Hmm.
grief is different for everybody, but has anybody else done this kind of grief? Like, I haven't heard anybody doing this. And if it has, cool, but I haven't heard of it, you know? And then, um, one day I was doing dishes, like just to distract myself. I was living with my aunt at the time. What is that? What's a weird bug? Melina, get it. Um, anyways, I'm doing dishes to distract myself because it's like, man, that's all I've been doing is crying and grieving. And I know it's like, I don't know, my brain is weird.
Hmm.
And I'm like, just doing my thing. And I hear him in here, like loud, but it's like the way he's the only one who can talk to me like this. But he's like, bitch, you missed the spot. And I'm like, what? No, I didn't. Well, I talked back to him like, what is okay. Grief is weird, you know, like it was
Yeah.
wild to me. But it kept happening. And in my grief, I was like, man, I believe in this stuff. I can talk to him. I want to talk to him. Like, this shit. I was mad. I was like, y'all
Hmm.
took him from me. I want to talk to my man. Like, this is bullshit. I want to talk to your manager. And like, I just was so hell bent. And so me and my best friend, we were looking up, I was confiding all the weird stuff to her because she was into it. She was this, she's a medium, she's a psychic,
Hmm.
like she was a lot further along than I was at the time. And so I was confiding in her with everything. And like, I think one of his exes reached out to me. That was just a weird situation in itself. At first, it started off good, but then it got weird. Nothing
Yeah.
supernatural, just petty,
Hmm.
messy, women things, and
Hmm.
petty ex stuff. And it was just really weird. But she told me about her. She told me about the psychic. Her name's Leanne, and my friend Shelby, the one that I told everything, all the stuff I was experiencing and what I was going through and yada yada yada. I was telling her everything. A lot of the private, like I said, we have private conversations like together in person, or on the phone or whatever. There's like nobody else saw these. Nobody knew, we have certain plans we were making about New Orleans and stuff like that. And so I remember we go to the psychic, and what I heard about her is that not only is she in my hometown, she's free. And I'm like, okay. Now I know she does charge now, but you can request free sessions from her. I don't know. It's like she's changed it a little bit, but she's like really good people. Like she's like a little ball of sunshine. I love being around her. Her energy is beautiful. And like I remember getting there and I'm like nervous. I'm like, she's got to be legit, right? She's like a
Hmm.
really psychotic energy vampire of some sort because like why? like just or she doesn't know anything. And mind you, I'm a healthy skeptic. I believe in it, but I'm always gonna try to like deduce things, So I'm like definitive that was supernatural. Fight me, like, I don't know. I guess logically I have to do it, but at the end of the day, I'm like, oh no, I still believe. Like I just have to make sure first,
Hmm.
discernment, I guess, and maybe trauma induced. But either way, it's maybe I don't know. But we go in, and this woman proceeds to blow my mind. She's telling me things that I'm looking at Shelby. I'm like, did you just hear that? Like me and her we kept looking at each other like, oh my gosh, she's good. Like, she's
Hmm.
good. And there were things that she would tell me that didn't click until like days later, and dare I say years later. Actually, I call it a spiritual scavenger hunt, but I'll get into that. But there was this moment where she when she goes into channel, she has like little fidgety things like a fidget spinner or whatever, and she'll close her eyes and she goes just deeper in. Mind you, like I'm watching her, like I'm
Hmm.
staring. She's not peeking. Her eyes are closed. And Shelby's like sitting next to me on the couch. All of a sudden, I hear this ringing in my ear. And this is before the ringing story I told you about. This is like the first, like, genuinely, seriously cool, like, intro to what's to come. And I have Shelby in my peripheral. I'm mouthing to her. I did not make a sound. I'm like, Q Leanne. She responded. She's like, he says, that's me. That's me. I'm talking to you. And I'm like, like, my God. And literally right after that, mind you, her eyes are still closed. I get the biggest goosebumps I've ever had in my entire life. Still to this day, I've never had goosebumps bigger than that day. I'm like no words. I'm like, and I'm just like mouthing to her, Julianne, again. She's like, he said, that's me touching you. I'm like, are you hearing this? Like, I'm freaking out.
Hmm.
And like, oh my God, it was so cool. But the entire session, she was saying just crazy stuff, and I have it recorded on my iPad. It's a memo, not a video, but like, oh man, it was what was another one? My other favorite part of it. it's been so long. I need to go listen to it. But there was another thing. She was like, he says that you and him had a fight. And I was like, no, we've never fought. He didn't live long enough for us to do that. I was like, he died before we could fight. And I have a dark sense of humor. And I'm sorry.
Mhm.
But she was like, no, no, no. She's like, he showed me your car. And I'm like, I was cussing him out 24 hours before in the car, like
Mhm.
yelling at him. The first time I'd ever yelled at him. And I'm like, nobody. There wasn't a living soul awake when I was doing that. No, you could, if there's not possible for you to know this.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, I'm a logic person. So I made sure when I went into the session, she couldn't find Jack on the internet. Nothing had been posted. She didn't know anything. When I called her, I was like, somebody died. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I gave her. That's all I gave her. And oh, okay, so here's one more piece to that story because it's like it's fuzzy. But okay, I have that and then New Orleans thing, the connection. So she says, "Oh, something about a rubber duck." I'm like, I don't know nothing about no rubber duck. Like I don't know what does that like what does that mean? And I'm trying to and she makes it and I do this too now. I'm like, if you don't know what it means, don't force it.
Mhm.
It'll make sense later. I promise. It will make sense later. So I'm like, me, okay, like I'm trying to force it. And if you we're gonna skip ahead to Mardi Gras, which is like literally the next like month. And I noticed that like I went to the psychic session a month from the day of his death date or the day before whatever. The last time I talked to him, so it was like the 7th to February 7th was the psychic, and then we're going into March, so it's like da da da. But Mardi Gras, and I have his son with me, his 13-year-old son. Mind you, sad story real quick, just run through. He's an orphan. His mom died when he was 3. His dad died when he was 13. So that's my boy. That's my son now. And he calls me mom. And he's 18 now.
Mhm.
No, he's 19 now. Sorry, like I hate it because I'm like, where's my little boy? Like where's my little 13-year-old? And so he's never been to Spanish Town. I took him to Spanish Town. And I remember getting down on the level and I was like, look, we've had a rough year and it's like literally the beginning of the year. I was like, I don't have kids, you don't have parents. We're just gonna have fun today. I was like, we're just gonna have a lot of fun today. And it's funny, me and him are both Scorpios. Our birthday's 2 days apart, so we get each other. Dark humor's
Mhm.
for dark humor. And at 13, he grew up really fast. So I
Yeah.
hope nobody got offended by the joke, that watches it. But um, he laughed, I laughed. Anyways, and we cried. But um, we're having fun. We're having a good time, right? I have a little buzz going and like we're dancing. I bought him some cool horns and stuff to get me good beads and yada yada. And I get this little tap on my shoulder and I turn around. He's holding a rubber duck. He presented me a rubber duck. I have that rubber duck still. That was
Weird.
from the psychic session a month before. And I'm like crying in the middle of Spanish Town Parade, which is a really big parade in Baton
Mhm.
Rouge. And I'm like, you're gonna ruin my makeup in public. Why would you do this? And
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. But I snatched that duck because I was like, mine. And it's this little rubber duck. It's got a pink crown and a little princess dress. And I wish I could think where I have it right now. I would totally pull it out, but I just don't remember where I have it. I have it stored
Mhm.
somewhere. I have a little box that's dedicated to AJ. And I thought it would be up here, but maybe not. Um But yeah, I have it all stored. Like this has got like AJ's like memorial stuff in it, but this is like his pouch. Um, so actually, I don't know why I just felt like really random to pull that out. No, ma'am, that's it. No, bad kitty cat. She wasn't harmed. I booped her.
Mhm.
But oh yeah, yep, that's him.
Mhm.
But yeah, just a lot of other stuff was like mentioned in the session, like that maybe didn't make sense until later. She was like, "Oh, did he write in a book?" I'm like, I don't know. I found out later he did journal. His mom's got the journal. She won't let anybody look at it or see it or read it or anything, but he journaled, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was such a wild experience, but the New Orleans lead up unfortunately wasn't recorded. That was after the session. She pulled us aside afterwards, and she's like, um, he keeps showing me this, and I felt like the need to bring it up, and I'm like, okay, what's up? You know, like, I don't I don't understand. And she's like, are you two trying to go to New Orleans? And I'm like, yeah. Like, so what? You know, like, what about it? And she's like, that's when she warned us. She was like, he said you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna find what you want. You're not gonna like what comes with it. And I'm like, don't go to New Orleans. Got it. So we're not going to New Orleans, are we, Shelby? Are we? She's like, no, we're not going to New Orleans. So I'm like, yeah. So we got the warning. Like, we're good. We're not gonna do that. Um, so we didn't go to New Orleans. And what's funny is that I talked about grief will really have you doing some things that you said you would never do again. And I was like, I think I'm gonna get a Ouija board and do that. She mentioned that too. She was like, she looked at me, she's like, and he said Ouija board? Really, Destiny? And I'm like, like, I want to do the Ouija board. So that was just such an amazing experience with her. And when I got in the car, I was like really thinking about it. And I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean, it just catapulted me into what I do today. Now, I am a psychic doing tarot readings and helping people who go through grief and stuff like that. So it's kind of like beautiful, like full circle moment at some point, you
Hmm.
know, like
Yeah.
continue full circle, you know?
My
But
my brain just froze there for a minute.
oh no, that's okay. I do that all the time, like literally all the time.
So, like for your tarot readings, I also saw that you do rune stones with that.
Yes, I'm getting into the rune stones. I'm like learning, like
Mm.
getting because like when I learned tarot, that took time because like I'm not really good at shoving information. Kind of have to go, but so runes are fairly new. They're not like brand new, but they're like I'm reintroducing myself to the runes. So, but yeah,
So, how long have you been doing tarot readings now, you think?
let's see. Let's start doing tarot. Around like mid late. It was when I got in my apartment. So I'm gonna think it was definitely late 2020. Yeah, probably like mid to late 2020 is when I started doing them, and it was like really weird because I was like, I was like, I'm like not superstitious, but I, I don't know. It's like yes and no. And I know that there's like that thing where you can't get your own tarot, so I'm gonna have to gift it to you.
I've heard that.
That's bull. You know, get your own tarot. I actually
Yeah.
highly recommend it because I have to vibe with that deck. I'm not drawn to
Mm-hmm.
all tarot cards. There's some tarot cards where I'm like, no, I don't like those. They're ugly. I'm not vibing with them. Like, I just don't like the energy of tarot. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I hear. Okay, so there's this weird thing. Sometimes it's like I can hear. Sometimes it's people, but sometimes I will hear spirits so loud to where it's like I hear them talking, but they're like it's not close enough to where I can hear them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it just sounds like a like noise, but it's like I can tell it's people. I don't know what they're saying, so I'm trying to like decide is it people
Mm-hmm.
or is it like spirit? I'm trying to figure that out because I got some weird people in this area. And yeah, so I gotta like be on guard sometimes. But what was I saying? No. With tarot, well I'm sorry, where did I leave off at? Y'all
I
remember what
don't remember. Courtney, do you remember?
ADD, I
She
get
was talking
distracted
about
easily.
picking your own tarot deck.
That's right.
Thank you. So yeah, I'm not drawn to all tarot. There's just certain decks I don't like, and I'm obsessed with Oracle. Love Oracle decks. But like when I started doing it, I was like nervous because Spirit finally was like, so you're gonna go read for a person today, and they're completely you don't know them, but there's a connection. And I'm like, no, I don't wanna. Like, no, I'm nervous. Don't make me do it. And they were like, put your shoes on. I'm like, okay, I'm going. So I go to the park or whatever, and I mind you, I had just started learning tarot, so I was like new, and I'm very self-critical. Like, I feel like I have to be good at it before I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, serious with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the park, and I frequent this park like enough over the years, so like you kind of know who goes to the park or whatever, like what kinds of different people go to the park. It's like a very family oriented place, like soccer people and other sports and things. It's just it's cute little park. And I'm sitting there and they were like, you can take a walk around and we'll tell you when to go get to the pavilion. I'm like, okay. Like Spirit was really like loud back then. Like they're still loud, but I think it's just different because I'm used to it by now. But they were like, okay, go to the pavilion. And I'm like, the way they were instructed, and I know that like spirit guides can change out. So I'm wondering if it is different spirit guides that are here with me now, like versus then. But I go sit down in the pavilion, I'm just like looking around, there's like nobody like new that wasn't already there when I got there. And then this guy pulls up on a motorcycle. Very out of place. I was like, okay, like I'm not saying he never comes here, but I just don't normally see guys on motorcycles come here, at least not to this side of the park. And he comes into the pavilion and he's talking on the phone and they're like, there he is. And I'm like, no. Like, no. Like I don't know what I expected, but I guess it wasn't a man on a motorcycle. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not
Yeah.
what I don't know what to
Mm-hmm.
expect. And he gets off the phone and they were like, do it. I'm like, hi, I'm very awkward right now. I read tarot, and would you be interested in a reading? They told me how to talk to you. I promise I'm not crazy. I was like, yeah, sure. And I don't know if it's because I'm like not the creepiest looking woman in the world. Maybe my looks kind of got me, to let him sit down. Not that I'm like that probably sounds really conceited and whatever because I feel like I look rough, but I don't know what it was. But he said okay. Maybe I wasn't as creepy as I thought I was.
Mm.
And I sat down and I did a reading for him, and he was like, wow, that was actually really accurate. And I'm like, really? Oh, thank
Mm-hmm.
God. I was so nervous. I'm really like, because I'm my biggest critic,
Mm-hmm.
I doubt myself even though I shouldn't because I'm good at what I do. And I've gotten better about it. I still do it time to time, but I'm much more confident and about it. And what's funny is that I was like, when we got more to talking about it, I was like, I was like, but you can stay, you don't know me. And he's like, no, I've never met you a day in my life. And somehow we made the connection. I knew his sister. She passed away. I she had overdosed. And I know, oh, there's the connection. Okay. A lot of the people that come across is all overdose connections. Okay, I get it now. Thank you, Spirit. Um, I was like, oh, your sister is so and so. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, that's not psychic. I know her. He's like, weird. Like the
Yeah.
connection is wild. I'm like, out of all places, all the days of the week, times of the year, and all the thousands of like tens of thousands of people in the surrounding area. You know what I'm saying? Like
That is
this
weird.
happened.
Right.
So
One of those
I don't
small
believe in
world moments.
coincidences at all. It was fascinating. So, but I've just been doing tarot since then, and I've gotten a lot better at it. Like I argue with people. They're like, "Oh yeah, so that's like not happening in my life." I'm like, "It's gonna
Mm.
give it time. Like just give it time." So, and then they'll call me later and they're like, "So, guess what happened?" And I'm like, "I told you." So how'd it go? Don't tell me I'll pull cards, BRB. So it's I love it. So no, you can't like nobody can hide anything from me. So I think that scares a lot of people. They're like, well shit. I'm like, so be authentic and truthful and you won't have this problem.
Right.
People get mad about it. I can't read for couples anymore. Not together anyway.
I could see where that would
Like
go bad.
I've had quite a few instances where I'm like, if you have anything in your closet, you better pull the skeletons out now, because if you
Yeah.
don't, I will. And
Yeah.
I'm not Willy Wonka. I don't sugarcoat anything, so I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot me. Like, and
Yeah.
a few fights have, and maybe a breakup or two have happened in the past. So I don't do couple readings anymore, not together. It's
Mhm.
just policy now. My policy. I don't want to go through that again. It's just very awkward. Period. So recommendation for future
Mhm.
tarot readers.
I can't remember what it was. I don't know if you can, Courtney, but there was something that you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast that you're going to talk about, but I can't remember what it is for the life of me.
I don't either.
I do
Oh my
I
goodness.
do that all the time.
I feel like we might have
Oh
answered it already though, because I feel like what we've been talking about is kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I've got lipstick in my was I talking about the thing that I wasn't sure how to word it because I didn't want to call the energy back in?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. I guess hold on, let me think. How do I want to do this? Because I think even if I don't say the word, I think talking about the memory is still the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, um, Spirit, how do y'all want me to do this? Because I have to talk about it. Like, um, okay, hold on. Uh, Let me see. I've got my bracelet on. Feel the energy or something, because I got two nosy negative Nancy's, like, right, like a door or two down.
Mhm.
So, and I've got pictures of them. They're ugly. My neighbor is a very bad man. And he's
Oh.
got two very bad connections. So, huh, okay, thank you. All right, I'll get it. Sorry, spirits, like Dragon's Blood stage. So I have to get up in a second and go light that. Is one white candle good, or do y'all want two? Do y'all want the other one? Well, no, let's not do that because we're on a budget right now. We gotta wait till Dakota gets paid. Sorry, I like the way it feels in my ear. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm just doing whatever feels good. Um, I'm gonna have to do y'all too because I don't need this thing hopping to y'all either because
Well, I got
it's
emergency sage in my drawer over there, so.
I
good,
got
good, good.
like three bunches like right above me, so and
So I guess
Yeah,
holy
I was gonna
water.
say I have a lot of religious stuff in this room too, so we're probably
for
okay.
y'all and anybody who does watch this, just imagine like a white light around you. Call any protector if you need to, just in case if you start feeling anything weird that's not good energy. Like,
Mhm.
so let me light the sage real quick. I mean the dragon's blood. And then I can come back and we'll still word it weird, but we'll get the as long as I don't feed all of it in, it should be okay. But like, yeah, hold on. Let me see where. Okay, I don't have a lighter, so I have to use the candle. Does he? I think we're out of it. We don't. Did he take the lighter? I don't.
I got a visitor.
Oh, I didn't know you had a cat.
We got two. This is Spooky,
Oh, I love that. Oh, is it a girl or boy?
girl.
She's so like perfectly black. There's like no like little white spots or nothing. I love
Yeah,
that.
and she's super soft.
Oh, she looks soft.
She always likes to come in here when I'm podcasting. I don't know why.
I could hear my dog sitting outside the door. He's probably mad he can't come in here because I had the door shut.
And it's kind of funny. She comes at this point when we're doing whatever, so
Yeah, it is kind of strange.
she'll be the good luck.
Ironic, yeah.
Where'd you go? Normally, I don't let her in here because then she'll want to leave and start clawing at the carpet.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
To light a candle.
Oh, that's right.
I had to get my dragon's blood sage
Mhm.
lit. So I lit like two or three, like two of them. Yeah, two. So your cat coming in at the right time, she's a protector. All cats are for the spiritual realm. So, um, okay, let me see.
Ancient Egyptians believe that.
Mhm. I I firmly do believe that.
I think so. Yeah, it makes sense why you see a black cat when something ominous is happening.
I'm trying to think.
That's happened to me a few times
This
too.
one, my Russian blue. She's got such a like ethereal look to her, and I'm like, oh, she's definitely whooping some spiritual ass.
Yeah.
Like she's definitely like intense. Like all cats, like all cats have that. I don't know. They all have that ability. Even some, I think, cultures believe that like they do ward off negative energies. But
Mm.
so let me part. Um, but my whistle and then I'll go into it. So let's see. God, how old was I? I was like 14. I want to say I was 14. So this is when I was originally practicing when my mom was into it. And hi, we were just talking about you. Um, anyway, so my mom was still into it, I was into it, and I had a little friend that was into it. And we had little girls' night at my house or whatever. This is the same trailer that burnt down. So we had a girls' night at my house, and my neighbor, he had a Ouija board. And hold on. I don't know why. That breaks up the energy and it's overwhelming to do it. Um so anyways, we had the Ouija board from my neighbor, and we from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure we followed all the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
because even though I was like young and naive, like I still had this high sense of consequences to your actions, like cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? Like I big
Mhm.
on that, and still so to this day. But just ever since from the moment I became conscious, that's always been heavy in my mental. So, anyways, nothing happened. That's like that was a weird part for me is nothing happened on the Ouija board that night. So what we did was, oh, it was late, go to bed. And I was like, go ahead, girls, y'all go ahead and go inside. I'm gonna go take the board and I'm gonna go put it up, where you
Mhm.
go around to my friend's house, like across the street. Once you go around the corner, you can't see me. There was no cameras back then like they do have today.
Mhm.
This is 2004. And
Yeah.
so cameras were not prevalent. And the way his porch was set up, like I could shimmy under it and it was like this little cubby hole. And because I didn't want to be responsible for somebody stealing his property because people
Yeah.
like will just steal random weird stuff. I didn't want that to be on my conscience. So like I just shimmied under, the porch and I shoved it in there. And I go to bed. So we get so like the way that my window was set up, like on my bed and bay window, and I was like facing the street, like my window was facing the street. And we get like this knock on my window at like I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning, I think. And one of the girls that was staying the night, she was another neighbor of mine. She was across the street, and then like he's next to her house, so diagonal. And weird because he actually popped up on my people you may know yesterday. That's weird.
Mm.
So, okay. Um, it's her brothers, and they're like, "Hey, where's Jocelyn?" And I'm like, "Oh, she's sleeping. I'll wake her up." Like, it's like, okay, get her back over to the house, church, something. I don't know. And the boys, they were like, "Hey, we found this in front of your window." They're holding the fucking Ouija board.
What?
Michael's not up yet. Nobody's up.
That's
Nobody knew when I
terrifying.
put the fucking Ouija board. All right. I'm looking at it. It looked like it had been burnt, spit, scratched. It was, I'm getting goosebumps again. It was ripped to hell. Like, it looked like it had been through the ringer. And I'm like, I didn't understand. Oh my God, I'm getting like chills all through like my whole body. Like, ugh. Hold on. So, it freaked me out. I
Yeah.
didn't understand it at the time. Nothing happened after that. Here's the fun thing. The D word likes to lie dormant. Just because nothing happened didn't mean nothing came through.
Oh, I
So
know. Hmm.
I proceeded to have a 15-year attachment after that. And sorry, like we're not dealing with him again, and I'm not in the same mind space I was. I'll
Hmm.
fuck him up. Like I'm not playing this time. Like I'm done with him. Like I'm just
Yeah.
done. Like I got hands. So fast forward, I'm 17. My house burns down. Okay, didn't think anything of it. There's a connection later. There's a connection later for that one. And it's years later. So we're fast forward. I'm in the new trailer. 18. I want to say I'm 18 now, and I just got into a relationship with this man who would be with me for 8 years. And I left him. Very abusive relationship, was awful. Pretty sure he was already a POS, but that thing just made it worse. You know what I'm saying? Um, no. So anyways, things started happening. Actually, I have a video on YouTube of the very first EVP that I caught on my pink flip phone of him talking on it. Like his voice captured EVP. And I used to have a picture of him that I caught on an old digital camera. I don't have it anymore. But I can describe it. Anyways, me and my ex Brandon, he like the first thing that I think I ever experienced was me and him were laying in my bed and in my room, and like I'm trying to think of how to describe the setup. So it was like here's the window and here's my bed, right? So I'm looking at it from like a different way. So if I'm sitting here, like so if I'm facing this, like the window's here, I'm in the bed, here's the wall. Okay. All of a sudden, I shit you not, I hear in my ear, I hear Destiny, Destiny. And I'm like, but it was like very prominent, very like manly voice. And I'm like, I kind of just stiffen up. I didn't say anything. Brandon reacts and he's like, what was that? And I'm like, you heard it too? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, what did you hear? He's like, oh, I heard your name. And I'm like, oh fuck. Okay. So we're
Yeah, that
panic.
sounds like something I've
Like I'm
experienced.
panicking. And so I'm just kind of sitting there for a second, but he gets up and he goes out the house, runs around the house. There's nobody there. And I'm like, you done? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you can't whisper through a wall, jackass. That didn't come from the window, like, and he was
Yeah.
like, oh God, no, it didn't. And I'm like, it came from the wall, dude. Like, so it was like, that literally was the start of everything. And, there was so many instances where, it was just bad. Our fights would get worse. We had other problems that we were dealing with, substance and whatnot.
Hmm.
mainly that was like his influence, but I think it was connected with him and then trickled down. Well, anyways, so um, I'm trying to think what was.
Each year, raising.
What
Hmm,
was that?
Sorry that my
what
computer just did something weird.
Okay.
Sorry.
what did it do?
Oh, I don't know. Like some random thing opened that was on a Google link I didn't even know I had open. So
What did it say?
it's a video, but
Did,
I
did,
didn't
did
even know I had a tab open. So I was like, what the heck?
so that stuff oh god, oh god.
I'm sorry
What did it
that didn't
say?
freak you out, but I was like, whoa, where did that come from? Because it popped
Did,
up and it started playing a video, and I was like, what the?
okay, so I'm actually
Sorry about
getting
that.
to a story that's gonna make that weird. Did you hear what she said?
It was like it was on our YouTube channel. I had it on like a
Oh, it was your
um
voice.
no, one of the videos on the YouTube channel.
Well, I mean,
Um
did you hear what she said?
it was like I think it was the beginning of your I don't know, I closed it out. I think the beginning of like your Waverly, maybe one of the Waverly, I don't know. It just popped up like
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know, and I was like I didn't even know I had this open as a tab. So I don't know.
Okay,
It was
so
like
what
minimized or
was
something.
okay,
Yeah.
so okay. Oh my God, no,
Yeah, that was
no.
weird. I was like, okay, I didn't like touch anything. I don't know why that happened, but I
The
I
next
closed it,
thing,
so.
the next thing that happened, my mom had just bought a desktop and he was learning like ethical hacking or whatever at the time. I
Hmm.
don't know if that had a name for ethical, but it was like hacking. And my mom, like I said, she just it's brand new desktop, brand new. A browser hadn't even been installed on it. That's how new it was. And me and him are in the kitchen around lunchtime when we're cooking like lunch. And the computer turns on by itself. And what was it the first time? Oh, it played a piano melody, like a classical melody, three loops, and it shut off.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
admit that was really weird. I've never had a tab that I had minimized pop up, like unless it's an ad, but I had to have been like previously on it. So that is just weird. That was
Yeah,
weird.
and then hold on, I gotta grab something, but I gotta grab this other phone so I can see what's going on outside, but hold on. Um, there it is. Okay. So what was it like the next day? Um, we're same time in the kitchen doing lunch, and I actually used to have a video of that. It's
Hmm.
gone, but we're in the kitchen doing the same routine lunch stuff like that, and I can't tell if that's music or I'm about to look on my cameras. But cooking lunch, same computer, nothing's on it. This is where it got like more creepy, as if it already isn't creepy. It's not music this time. It's someone speaking, praying in a different language.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it's heavy breathing, like scared. And then they're praying in another language. And me and Brandon are just looking at
That's
each other like,
really freaking weird.
he's digging in the computer. Like he did it the day before too, digging in the computer. There's no source of where the music came from
Yeah.
or this clip. We even like tried to, because there was like an English part at the end that was really, really creepy. I can't remember what he said, but we Googled it to see if maybe it was a movie or just
Hmm.
nothing. Nothing was brought up. Like no
Weird.
connection, no source, no nothing.
Bizarre.
It looped three times and stopped, just like the piano. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting chill bumps again.
I'm
And
getting cold too. I'm not, I'm sorry. I just have to throw this out there and I'm probably just getting in my own head, but
do
this
that.
room got really freaking cold in the last 10 minutes. I
Go
don't know
ahead.
why. Like I want to put a jacket on. It's freezing
Go
in
ahead
here.
and light your sage just in case.
I'm just throwing it out there. It's just really cold in here all of a sudden. I don't know.
I would go ahead
I
and let
think
the
maybe the
Bears.
Gettysburg artifacts are getting excited. I don't know.
Maybe this thing is like, I don't know, like I
Uh,
don't know who he is. I don't know his real name or anything like that, but I just know that he's like, back then he scared me. Now I'm just like
mhm.
annoyed. You know what I'm saying by him? Because I mean, 15 years is a long time to deal with something.
Yeah.
And I've been through a lot in life, you know. But
Mhm.
if y'all are experiencing weird things, do call it out because like I would
Oh
like to
yeah.
know. So, and
Mhm.
it's like, I don't know, like I need to know, you know. I'm guessing that it's the neighbor's music, maybe. If not, I'm tripping.
You might be
But
hearing, so I just want to let you know, there's like music on in my other room, like I said, because my dog, so I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear it, so maybe you can, just to let you
I
know.
can't.
And
I
it is
hear it
like
through the
classical
window.
music.
No, if it's classical music, I'm a flip. No. No, I can hear it through the window. So it's because it sounds like
Oh, okay.
tumbling outside my window, but she's been jamming out like hardcore karaoke style. So it's
Mm.
probably her. I don't know what's going on over there, but she normally doesn't blast music, but I guess there's I don't know. She's in a moment. But anyway, so with um this thing, like I said, it was like weird. It would like it lies dormant, then it comes and does its thing, and I think it like feasted when me and Brandon were together because that was like I said, it was a very highly abusive relationship,
Mhm.
and 8 years of that will do a lot, you know, energetically wise. Well, I'm trying to remember like certain. Oh, okay. We had he brought a Siamese cat with him, and that was my cat when we split, it was my cat. He did not get her back. I don't feel bad about it. She's mine. Sorry. Um, anyways, mind you, this cat, she was Siamese. Her name was Poot. And so that was my little pooter dude. She was the most savage cat I had ever met. I've never met a more badass cat than that. She wasn't scared of nothing, right? Nothing. She was at my house with me and my family and mom and Brandon and shit for like years now at this point. So I'm probably jumping like timeline wise between the 8 years, but you'll follow along. So, anyways, the computer stuff had been happened, whatever, and hearing my name in my ear, that was the first thing that ever happened, and well, that I clocked as supernatural. The fire thing that happened before. So, anyways, that's how I ended up there. But anyway, so Pooter, like I said, this thing, she will fight things bigger than her. Snakes, dogs, cats, anything. She's not scared. So years she's been in our house. Logically, all right, we had what? Hold on, wait. There's mom's room, living room, Morgan's room, my room, dining room. No, not the dining room. Did the dining room have one? I don't know. There were ceiling fans everywhere in the house. Like 4 or 5 ceiling fans throughout the entire trailer, right? This is important. Like, well, it's a key factor. All of a sudden, she's terrified. Hey, what are you digging in? Ma'am. No, get out of that. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hey, get out of that. Sage. Hey, God damn it.
Oh,
Oh,
freezing.
I'm gonna throw something at you. God dang it. Hey, Sage. What the are you digging? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. My
What are
dog
you
puked on
digging
one other
in?
podcast.
Sorry. This little like salt thing. Hey, God dang it. Why is this not working? Ma'am. They're not getting hurt. I just scare them with the salt.
Mhm.
Hey, get out of that, ma'am. Oh, you're gonna make me get up. Hey, God dang, she's being stubborn. Hey, what she's doing? She's tearing something up over there. I'm so sorry. Hey, stop. Come here. Come here. Come here, Potbelly. Too bad. Hi, thank you. Stop doing that, please. Mama's busy. You can act an ass when I get off the podcast, okay? Sorry. So, where was that? Shit, where was that? the fan. So mind you, my cat, Pooch, she's not scared of anything. No, no, no. We have 5 other like fans in the house, like ceiling fans throughout the house. Out of nowhere, she is not scared. She is petrified, terrified of mine in my room. Out of nowhere, she's been here for years. What is wrong? She won't eat by it. She won't look at it. Like, have you ever seen terror in an animal's eyes? Like a
Hmm.
cat?
A
Yeah,
dog.
she's she's she when she's in the if she can if it's in eyesight, she's not taking her eyes off it. She is like staring at like, what the fuck am I looking? Like that's what I'm sorry, I don't know if I can drop F-bombs, but that's essentially, I mean, and if you want to capture core energy, that's what she looked like. What the fuck is that?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she's locked. She won't eat in front of it. She won't sit in the room with us, nothing. And I know this is probably gonna sound awful, but Brandon was an awful person.
Hmm.
We did this like weird little experiment with her one day where he picks her up and he puts her closer to, so we turned it off. The fan wasn't on. Oh my God. This cat lost her shit. Right. She could have had an out of body experience to get out of that room if possible.
Hmm.
Like, if she could have teleported, she would. She freaked out. I don't even know how to explain it. I've never seen a cat freak out like that before over a ceiling fan. There's
Hmm.
nothing
Yeah,
there.
that's weird.
And I felt bad because it's like, I didn't understand my empathic abilities at the time. I
Hmm.
could feel her terror. Like, I'm just like, it's not good. I didn't understand what I was feeling or how to explain it. Now I look back on it, it makes sense. But
Hmm.
I was like, okay, let's not do that again. Like, she's obviously scared of it. I don't know what's doing it. And me and him obviously have had enough encounters to like, we're putting two and two together, but we don't understand, fully what's going on. And so we took my camera at some point and we started like taking pictures around my room. And like I had my closet like kind of open, wasn't like all the way open, and I could see its like face, like just
Hmm.
like side profile of his face. And I'm like, oh, that was one ugly mug. Like, the
Hmm.
best way I can describe what he looks like is hmm, the Spider-Man, the Green Goblin's mask. You know what I'm talking
Okay.
about? The
Oh,
big
yeah,
bulgy
that's
eyes. Yeah.
terrifying.
And it's like this, and he had that thin, like eating grin, like peeked up, like
Hmm.
he's like he was, but it was like sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was an ugly dude, like, mm, you know.
Yeah.
And and it was so random because like her terror went on for months of the ceiling fan, and then it stopped.
Hmm.
That was weird, right? Like, all of a sudden she's come. What? Don't do that, dude. I don't have a fan right there, but don't fucking do that. Like, my cat just was like, stop it. We're not doing this today.
What?
We're
What
again. Anyways,
do you
so
mean?
she just stopped being freaked out by it, but it was weird because like she would come in the room and she would look at the fan just to check,
Hmm.
and she'd be like, okay, it's not there, and just go on.
Yes.
And she'd start coming in the room again and eating and stuff like that. It
Hmm.
was weird. Stop
Yeah, that's weird.
doing that. Is it a bug? It better be a bug. I'm not playing this game. If I'm just gonna say this now, Spirit, if what I worried, I'm not manifesting, we're not doing that. But if some pops off and I have to break a sweat, I'm going to get creative and nobody's gonna like me at the end of the day. Just saying. Sorry. I have to put that boundary there now. Because I am not okay in here when I am in fight or flight mode. I There can't be two
Hmm.
psychos in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am going to up my game. I've been in a lot of traumatic situations, so I probably come off real psycho whenever I'm in a weird state of mind like that, especially fight or flight. So I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not apologizing for that. That is a hard boundary.
Hmm.
Please never that. I swear to God, hold on. I'm seeing something move over there, and I really hope. Okay, one, two, three, four. 5. Where's Bubs? Bubs! Where's Fat Boy? Is he playing with that? I swear to God, if weird shit just starts popping off, I'm throwing hands. Okay, in a minute I'm gonna go. It's like I'm about. And if it doesn't stop, I'm gonna go look over there in a second, see if that's him. I don't know why it would be, but anyway, so the only other weird things that were happening after that were um what was it? I saw my mom's door open because like where my room is to hers, I watched it open by itself. Mind you, there was nobody in the house. It was actually one of an odd moment where everybody in the house was outside together, and I went inside to go change into shorts because Louisiana weather is weird. And gotta hope that's Bubs over there. So anyways, what else was it? Eventually, me and him, I left him. It took a few tries, but I did leave him. After 8 years. So how did I? Oh yeah. Oh wow. How did I forget about that? So it got to the point to where I was having nightmares, like the same nightmare every night for 3 weeks. The exact same nightmare. Anytime I closed my eyes, it was verbatim, same movements. It was like watching a movie, the same movie for 3 weeks. It kind of felt like a Freddy moment. I didn't want to sleep. I was like, they make medicine to where like you don't sleep and you go zombie. I don't want to go to sleep because it terrified me. I still know this dream verbatim. Like I can see it in my head. And it was just basically I was in like a Puritan style like house. And I'm inside, it's all wood. There's no furniture, there's like a table, there's a cauldron, in the fireplace. I guess like the fire is lit. I don't know if anything's cooking, whatever. It's an empty room. And I'm like, this feels not good. So I'm like, let me try to leave this place. I can't open the door. The what the fuck? It's good. Bubs. Oh God, that was my dog at the bottom of the bed. No, that's still moving, but my dog scared the shit out of me. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I forgot she was down there. But I'm in the room by myself and I go try to leave. I can't open the door. It's pitch black outside. I cannot see out the window. I go to turn around. I'm not alone anymore. I'm not alone. A room full of people in black cloaks. Like straight up black cloaks. And their eyes keep shifting to black and shifting back. Like they're psyching me out. But there's like one, and they're like whispering and talking. I can't understand them, but I can hear them. And then this one guy kind of starts like talking like he's the leader. And he's like, yeah, like we've always been with you, like stuff like that. He kept saying the same thing over and over again. It was like, we're always been with you. We're gonna get you. You're ours. And I'm like, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what to do. And I was panicking. Like I was panicking. And even when I was labeled, like I labeled myself like with my mom's religion, I was Baptist. And if you know anything about Louisiana, it's in the Bible Belt. So like that's fun. And I wasn't like super churchy. I always kind of felt like I was faking it, but I tried to like be a part of the faith, but I wasn't like as hardcore dedicated like some other people are, more power to them. I didn't pray often. Like I just always was like, I don't want to bother God with my pettiness. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like he was busy, And I got so sick and tired of those nightmares. I hit my knees and prayed, like not literally hit my knees, but I prayed. And I was like, "Hey God, so like I don't know what's going on, but can you fix it?" Like I'm freaking out, bro. Because I started learning like signs to like possession, I guess. And it's really weird. I won't go into like too religious of stuff, but like my belief in God is like completely different than what I did back then. So I have different theories and stuff like egregore theories and whatnot. But So somebody listened that night. That's the thing. Somebody did hear me, whether it was God or source or whatever. Um, I had the dream didn't happen that night. I had a dream that I was in a nunnery. It was very peaceful. I was in a like breezeway. I can still see it. I was in a breezeway. It was like blue skies. So obviously totally different from nighttime in my nightmare. And it's like a path and it's like stone, like seating on the side, and it's like open over here, but not in the seating area, but it's like stone seats. It was like cutouts in the stone wall, and it had like figures of saints in them.
Hmm.
And I'm just kind of like sitting one. I think I'm by like Mary, maybe her statue, and I'm just sitting there like chilling. I don't know, just chilling. And this, ah, sorry, but my tongue. This nun comes up to me, and she's in a gray habit. She's got the sweetest face. She looks like grandma that cooks the best cookies, and you want to go to her house every weekend. You know, she's very
Mhm.
comforting. And she's like kind of when she walks up to me, I look at her. It's like the sun was like kind of in my eyes, but then she blocks it, a little bit. She's like, "Hey, like he heard you." Literally, this is what she said. He heard you, and you're taken care of. And I'm like, "Oh, thank God." Like, "Oh, cool. Didn't have the nightmare again." Like
Hmm.
straight up. And I'm not religious anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just my beliefs. And so there's still some craziness with that too. But somebody heard me and answered my prayer, and forever thankful for that because I don't like that nightmare. And I thought I had gotten rid of it. It popped back up later on in life, like, and I had more experiences with him. I've had to get rid of him a few times. So he's like, I don't know how fully it works. I guess energetic tether. Hold on, they're telling me like they're telling me like a comparison, but I don't. I'm trying to think of how that connection. I mean, I guess it makes sense. So okay, I get normally when I talk is when um I channel messages directly from spirit is when I'm in flow. So they're saying like, okay, you know how if you are in a intimate relationship with somebody that you create an energetic cord with somebody, right? Like that's
Mhm.
a tether. And that's why you have to cord cut if you want to get rid of that person's energy. If they're toxic for you, you have to cord cut. But if you're like intimate with them, you reconnect that cord. So I guess him being around me energy is I don't get it, spirit. Is it him being around me energetically for so long that it created a tether? Huh.
Hmm.
I'm not understanding how the connection's there because I didn't sleep with the
Shut the
demon.
door.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to like make it make sense because they use that as a reference point, kind of. I guess they kind of
Remy, shut
make
the
it.
door.
I don't get excited unless unless if his energy took over my unless his energy took over my ex's stuff and his energy kind of like rubbed shoulders maybe and me and my ex would be intimate. Would that be like a transfer? That would make sense. I don't know. I'm speculating at this point. That's the only thing I think that makes sense because it's like, how does he still have like a GPS wire trap signal on me? If I talk about it too much, it like sends off a ping, like a notification, like, and then that's how it draws him back in.
Hmm.
Even if I get rid of him, like, because he's popped back up before, and I actually think he popped back up recently, before this podcast because of
Mhm.
Estes session the other night, and I'm like, what? No, off. Like I was not okay with it. But he did show up again later with my friend Shelby, the one that I went to the psychic thing with, and a new friend Kelsey. We were like a little coven, probably not traditional, but whatever. We enhance things apart, but when we're together, it's pretty cool. It's pretty intense. Like me and Shelby have changed the weather in real time. It's gonna sound crazy, but we watched it hail in the middle of July in Louisiana,
Mhm.
and it was not
Wow.
a cloud in sight. It was not predicted to have any kind of clouding for days. It was like kind of like miniature like dry,
Mhm.
no, it was humid, but no no rain or anything. And if you know anything about Louisiana, everybody knows it's hot down here. And especially in July, you're not going to see hail in the middle of July. And we had to get out of it because before it started hailing, the rain was so cold, it felt like knives. That's not normal. So we did that. That was pretty cool. It was me, her, and somebody named April, another friend of ours, mutual friend. She witnessed it, so to vouch for that, I got witnesses. And so it's still a cool story to tell. But he pops up when we're actually that was at the same apartment, yep, where we conjured the weather. We did the salt test. AJ's dead. So that's how far we've, wait. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. So when me and Brandon were together, that's how I met AJ. They were best friends. Like, yeah. AJ heard the recording too on my flip phone, how that happened. That was interesting. That was a funny moment. But like, hold, hold on, my ears ringing. I think it's AJ. I think I'm getting like a warning. So we were doing the salt test that our my friend Kelsey that was there with us that night. The salt test is I think her grandmother taught it to her that had passed away. So you take a glass of water, right? And you take like room temperature water, and we did it like a science experiment on 3 separate occasions and throughout the night to test the energy. So you take salt and you put it in the water, like a certain amount. I gotta ask her. I don't. It's not like you don't have to measure, but it's like a little, like not too little, not too much. And you put it in like the center of the room to see what kind of energy is in there, and the salt will react to the energy. And we watched it change the reaction 3 separate times using the same glass, same water, same amount each time, and it changed 3 separate times. It should not have done that. Looking at it, I guess from a sciencey standpoint, it should not have changed 3 separate stages throughout the night. The first stage, so if it dissipates and the water is clear, you're good. It's either no energy or good energy. If it's foggy, it's neutral. If it clumps at the bottom, negative. It's negative. So when we did it initially, it was either clear. I think it progressed. It was clear. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Don't let me lie to you. I forgot one. If it's okay, all right. Fuck that up. So if it's clear, there's nothing in there. If it's suspended, the salt is suspended clearly in it, that's good energy. If it's muggy, okay. If it's muggy, it's middle. It could be either or. And if it clumped, it's negative energy. Sorry, I got that messed up. But that's how that was. And it changed. No, wait, changed because one of them, at one point, it was a half and half. It was half suspended, half foggy. It was really weird. And we could feel the energy changing when we're doing the salt, we can feel the energy shifting. And it went from like having AJ and I think some random person, like some random spirit showing up. And then he showed up. And when he showed up, he like threw them out the room. Like they were gone. And I'm like, I could feel it. I'm like, like me and AJ are very bonded spiritually. So I can feel when he's here, when he's not here, like we're connected. And could you stop playing with that? What is she even doing? I can't see that far. I'm blind. When he came in and we did the salt test, it clumped immediately. It clumped. And Shelby was reacting. Like you can see her kind of being pushed to the table. And she's like, Can y'all get up and look at my neck? It's burning. And I'm like, oh no, I gotta chill down my throat. I haven't done everything. We go look at her. We're watching her neck get red and we saw a scratch form.
Mm.
No, get that energy off of us. We watched a scratch just form on her neck out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, well, let's start getting ingredients together. We're gonna get this out of here. Like we're not doing
Mhm.
this again. Like we're not doing this again. And it was a lot. And I had come in contact with him, and then I actually had another friend. Her attachment saw me, and if nobody believes that they can travel through the phones, yes, they can. They can travel through the phones. Why not? You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And I had a friend's attachment hop over. So then I had two at one time, and that one was a little scarier than the one I had been dealing with. So yeah, it was like a mess. It was a mess. But I got rid of him, and now it's like he's trying to come back around. And that was before I even told y'all about it because I was talking about it in another podcast. So yeah, that was my fault. I'm like, I gotta find my charger or my phone's gonna die. But so yeah, like I really could feel like I'm rambling a lot and just talking. But I really do have a lot of experiences and stories to talk
Mhm.
about. Like as far as just I could keep going. So
Yeah, totally. No, I get it.
Yeah.
so what do you
But
think? Like, you haven't experienced it. Just let me know if you're experiencing things, and if anything happens afterwards, like message me.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
But anyways, I think with that, with your phone charging, I think we're kind of at a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Everybody here is starting to go to bed, so I don't want to,
Oh, it's 11. Oh goodness. Okay.
yeah, I don't want to disturb them because they're all going to bed. My youngest daughter's like, "You've been yapping since 7 o'clock."
Well, we had multiple podcasts. Yeah.
Right.
Well, this
Hmm.
one kept getting interrupted.
Yeah.
So like something always like stopped it, and I'm like, after the first couple times, I'm like, okay, something's up. It's got
Yeah.
to be divine timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if
So
I, feel or experience anything, I'll definitely let you know, and then we can find another date for another podcast somewhere down the road here.
definitely let me know. And then if she wants to add me, feel free to. But yeah, we'll get together. I had fun. I'm more than happy, more than willing to keep doing this. Totally.
All
Hmm.
right.
So,
Sounds good.
well, I hope y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Bye.